Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the US stock indices, Nasdaq, SPX, and Dow Jones. We're gonna see what happened today, and of course we're gonna see what we might expect next. So starting with Nasdaq on the 4 hours chart, where we have our finished impulse wave 1, and I'm expecting here a potential wave 2 to unfold within the minimum time and minimum fib level requirement, meaning if in case we are in a 1-2 there, the minimum fib level is 0.38, and also the time based on this wave 1 timing as well is 0.38, meaning of course we still need a lot of time at least to reach this area before we push toward the upside, meaning 3 waves has to unfold over there as an ABC flat, but much more likely it is zigzag there unfolding because of the impulse, of course, that it might still have a wave B and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave C. There is another probability in case we go deeper, of course, that means like kind of like a large wave A, let's say, and then wave B and a wave C to reach the perfect fib level for wave 2, and this is 0.618, 0.786. Of course, the time will be much more required here to reach this zone area. So we're starting, of course, we're talking here about July 2026. So basically, I'm still looking for something for lower, despite that we are pushing toward the upside. Don't forget that this is related to the news. As per our Discord, is it was very red in the morning. We see, of course, a lot of tension, a lot of, I would say, aggression in the Middle East, and then it turns into something very lovely. Yeah, so that creates also a lot of volatilities, and that's why we see, of course, a green candle today again, which it can be very likely, as we mentioned also yesterday, because we know that this might happen even within the news, that this is very likely to happen as an extended wave 4, especially that the previous wave 4 is not reached again, because normally anyway, when you have double wave 4, they come back to the same zone area. And there we are. So I think that this wave B here is very likely to be a 3 waves expanding flat or WXNY. Internally here can be 3 ways up, 3 ways down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So by all means, what I'm expecting here is a 1-to-1 fib level in a wave C as a regular flat, and I'm gonna see what's gonna happen over there. Yeah, so basically we're very, very close, and it is taken, by the way, but the structure is not nice. Yeah, so we need 5 waves. Where are the 5 waves? So if you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning of course longer wave C can be unfolding, but also don't forget that a W, X, and a wave Y can be also finished in one more leg, which is very, very possible. Yeah, so I'm gonna lay down here also the W, the X, and the wave Y. The wave C definitely has to be longer, yeah, but the wave Y can finish in 4, 5. Why? Because it's an A, B, and a C. The wave C has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish a zigzag in a wave Y, finishing wave 4, and then pushing down. So it's a risky one, of course, that it can start to unfold and drop down to our target wave 5 expected between the 27K 800 and 27K 600 in this blue zone there to take a new low. Yep, so this is regarding Nasdaq. For SPX at the 4 hour chart as well, we got our finished impulse wave 1. We're testing the same as Nasdaq wave 2 between 0.38 first and the 0.5 Fibonacci level. The timing and of course for this wave 2 is also a requirement, so we need more time, and this is only the first wave from 3 wave corrective, of course, A, B, and a C. And this is, of course, an impulse unfolding on the 1 hour chart, where we have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, a 4, and a 5, and very likely that this wave 4 is extending same as Nasdaq. That means we're having a W, X, and a Y very likely there, or I would say it's not. It's an ABC on SPX as an expanding flat here. Very interesting, because we took the new low and we start, of course, to push for higher after only 3 waves, meaning an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So very likely to be in an expanding flat wave C there. And that means we are looking for the 1.618. It can be very high. And guess what? It's going to come back to the same area of the wave 4 previously as the perfect guidelines when you have double wave 4. So I'm expecting again to come back between the 7,481 and the 7,444 in a wave 3, 4, and a 5, meaning A, B, and a C. So it is an impulse, guys, can be unfolding toward the upside. I'm going to remove this for clarity since it is already taken, guys. Yep, so this is regarding SPX. For Dow Jones as well on the 4 hours chart. We're looking also at a finished wave 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I'm looking after a wave 2, 0.38 minimum requirement and minimum time until July. Again, the same as Nasdaq, same as SPX. Also the same for Dow Jones. And that means the target here, of course, since it is taken on the 1 hour chart as well, that is perfectly taken, I would say. So yeah, but the structure is not really nice. Let's take a look much further in detail in the 15-minute chart. So 1 2 1 2 3 invalidation. Wow. Very interesting what's going on in Dow Jones. So I would say, yeah, I mentioned that this might be like several 1-2s, but now it's not possible anymore, especially with that. So definitely something much more complex is unfolding. So I would say it is an impulse A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 expanding diagonal. Yeah, and invalidation again. So yeah, definitely it's an ABC finish, guys. So A, B, and a C expanding diagonal, just like that. There we go. So we have 5 waves where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Perfect expanding diagonal, finished wave C, and we're looking at the main wave A, meaning wave B can be unfolding there, and it can be, of course, something as longer correction here is unfolding. We'll see what's going to happen there, guys. So wave B there is unfolding in a very large, I would say, impulse, starting with it can be an A, B, and a C again for a larger wave B than having wave C. Now, if you ask how we're going to reach the target then in this case, well, the wave C can be there, definitely can be an ABC, but the timing is very essential again. It can be 3 ways down, again 3 ways up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to reach this zone area in this form, yeah, so it can take a lot of time here. And in case, of course, we are looking for something much more deeper, this can transform to a W, X, and a wave Y in 3 waves to reach again this area, the perfect fib level for a wave 2. By all means, of course, I'm looking still at a correction in grosso modo or in macro level, where we are still looking, of course, for something lower at the end, but that doesn't mean that we cannot have some pullback and some corrections here. So be careful. It is looking like an impulse, and it can be an ABC just for a wave B there, that it might still be unfolding before we continue to drop downward. Now, is there a probability that it is a very fast wave B? Yes, can be, of course, a very fast wave B in a zigzag, and that you continue the drop very soon. So be careful, of course, from this red flag. Now, how do we know that this is can happen? Well, I would say, yeah, if you take this area, here we go. This is your invalidation of bullish. Once this happens, it is your key level, 50K, $379. If that is the case, this is a red flag again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.